Hey everyone, welcome to our live stream. I'm so happy if you're already on, and if you're not, we'll wait a couple more minutes just to get everyone on here. So as always, if there's anything that you guys want to work on today, anything you want to focus on, any poses that you want to make sure are included, then please let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you're here, let me know where you're from. And yeah, so I've been, based on the comments and based on a lot of discussions I've been having with people, it seems like shoulders and hips are really just getting crushed right now. So I'm thinking I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time on the shoulders, and then again, just really trying to open up those hips. Before we get started as well, so as the weather's starting to change, it's starting to get cooler in most parts in the world. Hey Farouk, so happy you're here. So as it's kind of getting a little bit colder, I did want to also just talk about the breath a little bit. So this is something I don't talk about often and probably should, but there's a concept in yoga called Ujjayi breathing. So what this is, hey Daniel, so what this Ujjayi breath is basically a way to help sort of heat up the body, and basically I'll kind of show you guys how you would do that. So so through yoga, you want to make sure that you're connecting through the breath as you're doing all the movements. One, because you'll get so much more benefit from doing it, and two, it really helps to turn that practice into more of a meditative practice, and just helps to really release all of the tension in your body and all of that. So when you add Ujjayi breath, it helps to really build that heat up in your body so that you're getting warmed up faster, which means you'll be able to get deeper into your stretching, deeper into your poses. So Ujjayi breath is also called ocean breath or victorious breath. It has so many different names, but basically what it is you constrict your throat just a little bit, and it's almost like you're fogging a mirror. So it's like, but you're doing that inhaling and exhaling. Yes, PJ, what's up? PJ, and we're gonna do a bunch of shoulder stuff, so you might want to do that one. I know you're probably drinking your tea right now. And also, PJ, you actually inspired my quote of the day, so just a heads up. But yeah, so Ujjayi breathing, basically imagine that you have like a hand or a mirror in front of you and you're kind of going, but you're doing that through a closed mouth and through your nose, breathing in and out like that. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this well through the camera, but I'm going to try. So it's going to sound like, so by constricting the throat a little bit and sort of breathing a little bit more intentionally, and by constricting that, you'll just, it's really amazing what it can do in terms of just warming up the body. So I really encourage you to try and connect to the breath and just think about that, because again, if you are, no quotes coming at the end, but I just wanted to let you know that it is inspired by you. But yeah, so just as you're practicing and all that kind of stuff. Nice, Daniel. I'm glad you feel it. Hey, Jen. Dave says hi too. But yeah, so just as we're kind of going through the practice, just think about the breath. Think about trying to do that constriction, because especially since it's not as humid, at least in Toronto anymore, you'll really just sort of build that heat up. So even if you're moving slower or whatever, you'll actually still be sweating pretty well. All right, cool. So I'm going to give a couple more minutes. So just let me know if there's anything that you guys want to work on, if there's any poses, if there's anything specific that you want to make sure is included in the sequence. So from what I've been hearing from everybody, just shoulders and hips are really struggling right now. So I was going to focus more of the attention on the shoulders and hips. So let me know if there's anything else that you want me to include, or if there's a specific, if you want to go faster, slower, anything like that, just let me know. Nice. PJ, I'm so glad you're going to join along. All right, cool. So for this session, I have my strap or hand towel. So if you've got something like that available to you, it'll definitely help. We're going to use this for some of the shoulder exercises. So we'll just roll up the towel. You can also use a belt, dog leash, like anything that you have that. You can even use a PVC pipe, which I've heard some people are using actually. So it can be anything that kind of is just basically we're going to use it for shoulder flossing. So anything that you can kind of, that's long that you can use to sort of rotate back and forth on the shoulders. And actually, as I just did that, you may want to get a larger towel than this, because unless your shoulders are super flexible, I'm just realizing this with the hand towel, I forgot that I can't do this, so it's really painful. So you may just want something a little bit longer, because as you do the shoulder flossing, anyway. All right. So to get started, just find any seated position that's comfortable for you, and let's just start right away getting into our shoulders. So we're actually going to start with some shoulder circles. So nice and slow, nice big circles. I just want you to feel sort of what your shoulders are feeling like. A lot of us are sitting right now a lot, and so our shoulders are needing some real love. So just go nice and slow, really feeling this in your shoulders, and make sure you're connecting to the breath. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's spin the direction. So going forward, nice and slow, starting to wake up those shoulders and just seeing what this feels like. Noticing if you notice any specific areas that are particularly tight, or if it all feels tight, or maybe you're feeling really mobile this morning. All right, from here, what we're gonna do is some shoulder squeezes. So we're just gonna bring our shoulders all the way up to our ears and then let it go. And we're gonna do that 2 more times, all the way up and dropping those shoulders, and 1 more time and dropping them. All right, so let's go into a quick neck stretch. So we're gonna take right hand on top of the left ear, and then just bring that ear down to the shoulder. Try to drop your shoulder here, so not trying to bring that up. Try and get a little bit of space here. And maybe taking that other hand and just putting it underneath your body somewhere, just to help bring this shoulder down and just really extend here through the neck. So just breathing, seeing what this feels like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's switch sides. Left palm's coming over the right ear, bringing that ear down to the shoulder, trying to drop the shoulder, and then maybe bring that hand underneath the body just to add this a little bit extra space in the shoulder. So breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. All right, now just shaking it out a little bit, shaking out the neck, shaking out the wrists. Now let's go into our shoulder flossing. So I'm going to use a strap just because I made the mistake of bringing a hand towel over instead of a real towel. But just use whatever you've got. And basically, if you don't have a prop with you, you can also do this without. You just won't get the same amount of tension, but it'll still be somewhat effective. So what we're going to do is, I'll spin my body around this way. What we're going to do is, first I want you to find just a nice wide grip, because I want you to play with this one to see how this feels, because it may seem like it's got some slack now, but once you try and bring your shoulders back, it might not have so much. So what we're going to do is, core is in, core is tight, and you want to kind of keep a nice straight back here and kind of keep this whole area very kind of stable. From here, what we're going to do is just bring the shoulders back, flossing it back, and then flossing it forward. So just bringing it back and forth, just seeing what this feels like. And if this is feeling a little too easy, then maybe start slowly taking away some of that slack and bringing your hands a little bit closer together. And so you can keep doing that a few times, bringing in the hands after every few, and just kind of seeing what all of this feels like. And Remember, we're breathing here. So inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Trying to stay nice and stable. Now, one thing that I want you to try and avoid is if you sort of bring this in too tight and it's not working. Sometimes what happens is when you're trying to go back, you end up sort of spasming your shoulders. Don't do that. You're not really getting the benefit out of it. You're better off taking more slack and making sure you're getting this sort of nice, sort of fluid motion. So we'll keep doing this a few more times. This is a really, really good one to be doing every day. So if you're really feeling that your shoulders are tight, I'd recommend you maybe try and think about doing this every day. This is something you could do at your desk. Even. And let's just do one more. All right, cool. So that's it for that. We'll just throw that off the mat. And now what we're going to do is a few scapula stretches. So we're going to come into tabletop. So this is going to be the last sort of main stretch that we're going to do, primarily targeting the shoulders, and then we're going to get into our flow. So from here, what we're going to do is sort of drop the shoulders and then pick them back up. So you can see here my arms are still straight. I'm not sort of bending here. I'm really trying to get into the scapula part of the shoulder, dropping that, and then coming back up. So this is, again, really testing the mobility here. So seeing what this feels like. Maybe this feels really awful, which means you probably need to be doing it a little bit more. Maybe this feels like it's really releasing some tension. So just notice what this feels like. Just moving up and down. Let's go a few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, let's go right away into downward dog. So bring those hips back, maybe having a nice deep bend in the knees. Seeing what this feels like this morning, seeing how your calves feel. And then let's start pedaling it out. So just dropping one heel and then the other, starting to really get into the hips here. Just breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's step to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, let's go right into chair pose. So bring those hips down, tucking that tailbone, looking up. Arms are nice and active here. Just breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, let's come down and let it go. From here, let's bring right palm into center, left palm's coming up. Nice little twist here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, bring left palm to center and right palm's coming up. And just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Bring the palms back to center. Maybe dangling here just for a breath. Maybe really deeply bending the knees depending on what your body needs this morning. Deep bend is really going to help open up the lower back. Help open up those hamstrings. Letting go of that head. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's step all the way back, coming into our first chaturanga, maybe coming onto your knees if you need to. Elbows in. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale into your downward dog. Just breathing here. Again, option, choose to pedal out the feet if your body needs a little bit more movement, or choose stillness. Coming back to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stepping right foot back into three-legged dog, holding here for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Plant that foot between the palms, coming into your high lunge. So breathing here, watching that the knee is centered, it's not swaying out or swaying in. Nice straight back leg here, and tucking that pelvis. So protecting that lower back, core is tight. Breathing here, inhale and exhale. Now let's go into some drops. So we're going to bring the left knee down and back up. Let's bring it down and back up. Down and back up. Once more, down. And this time we're going to transition into a balancing pose. So putting some weight into this right leg here and picking that foot up and coming into holding your knee up, just like this. So breathing here, seeing how that transition went for you. If you fell out of it, don't worry. Just find your way back here. And if you want a little bit more, maybe grabbing that big toe and straightening that leg out, opening up here through the chest, shoulders are down, and breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go into a twist so bringing the left foot out to the side, right arm's coming out to help you balance. If you're doing this bent, just the knees coming out like this. So picking whatever variation you like. Maybe staring at one spot to help you balance. Testing your balance here. And if you fall out of it, that's totally fine. Just meet back in and have some fun. So breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I am shaking. From here, I'm going to go into warrior two. So bring that foot all the way back, bending that front knee, and finding your warrior two. So just breathing here, tailbone should be tucked, hips are facing the side, arms are nice and active here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, reverse. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's flow it out. Hands coming to the mat, maybe coming into a three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. All right, hopefully you got some heat building. I know I do. So just breathing here, inhale, and exhale. Option to come down to child's pose if you need just a little break. Bring that forehead onto the mat. Otherwise, using downward dog as your resting pose. Breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, now you guys know what's coming. We did it on one side, so let's do it on the other side. So left leg lifts, three-legged dog for a breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, planting that foot between the palms, coming into your high lunge. So again, watching that lower back, tucking the tailbone, core is tight, arms are active, breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, now are you ready for the drops? So we're gonna drop and then come back up, drop, come back up, drop, come back up. We've got one more, drop, and transition. Holding in that knee, or again, maybe grabbing that toe and coming to straight legs. So breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now bringing that foot out to the side, coming into a little twist. This isn't really a twist, even though we're kind of coming out to the side. But anyway, breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Whew. Maybe shaking like I am. And let's find our way to warrior two. Whew. All right, let's come into our warrior two. Again, hips facing the side. Both legs should be nice and active here, coming deep into your knee here, coming into your leg in your lunge, and arms are active. Breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reverse, coming into a nice stretch here. Breathing, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. All right, let's flow it out. Hands to mat, foot's coming back. Maybe a three-legged chaturanga, but maybe not. Coming down. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Breathing here. Option to come down to child's pose if you need it. Otherwise, using downward dog as your resting pose. Breathing here. Option to bend those knees and get those hips back, or trying to come into straight. So breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you're in child's pose, coming back in downward dog. And let's do a few more stretches before we kind of start bringing the body temperature back down. So right leg's coming back, left leg is coming between the palms. From here, we're actually going to do a dynamic. Hey Jashim, I'm so glad you're here. And Adrian, Nico, yes, I'm so glad you think this is awesome. So from here, what we're going to do is actually a dynamic quad stretch. So depending on how tight you are, you may need a towel or a strap or something like that just to give you a little bit more length on your arms. So what we're going to do is come into a low lunge. So just starting here, what I want you to do is watch your lower back, and I want you to sort of just tuck that tailbone, activate that core, and then just watch your knee. That again, it's not splaying, so you should feel nice and grounded here, and you should feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. So just breathe in here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, now what we're gonna do is go into a quad stretch from here. So what you might need to do is sort of bring that back knee back a little bit. I want you to think about sort of putting your weight at the top of the knee. You might need to fold your mat or put a pillow or something like that for your knee if you need to. And again, we're going to start here. So grabbing back with the left arm. And what we're gonna do is some dynamic stretches like this. So if this is already feeling like a lot just as is, then maybe you're just holding this position here. Maybe you're using one of your props to help you to kind of get a little bit more arm length. And hi Shady, Bearcat, happy to see you online too. So from here, what we're gonna do is holding here. And if you wanna take it one step further, what we're gonna do is use our arm to help. I'm gonna actually switch my arm to bring the heel a little bit closer to the glute. So this is gonna feel probably pretty uncomfortable. So breathing here. So we're gonna inhale here and exhale, then letting it go back again. And we're gonna do that a few more times. So again, bringing it back in. This is really gonna start getting into that quad. So holding here, inhale and exhale, letting it go slightly and bringing it back in. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's slowly release that foot, bringing the foot back onto the mat, and then let's go straight away into our downward dog. Just pedaling the feet out, maybe even like shaking the legs if that feels good. Pretty intense stretch on the quads. So just breathing here. All right, you guys ready for the other side? So what we're gonna do is bring the left leg between the palms, knees coming down. And again, we're gonna start in our lower lunge, in the low lunge. So again, tucking that tailbone, core's activated, and watching that knee. So from here, just breathing here, really trying to get stable in this area, feeling this in the hip flexor. You might even feel this in the inner thigh. So just breathing here, inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. All right, you guys ready for this one? I don't know if I am, but we're gonna do it. So again, if you needed something under your knee, maybe bring that back. Maybe bring the back knee back a little further so you can get on the top sort of fleshy part. And then we're going to, did I just do the same? I think I just did the same one, did I? Oops. All right, well, hopefully you guys did the other side. So I'm just gonna come over here and from here, just grabbing that foot. So grabbing behind you and bringing that heel all the way back. So trying to bring it to your glute and then letting it go. Bringing it to your glute and then letting it go. And then again, breathing in and exhale, letting it go back. And then finally, just letting that foot come all the way back down. All right, I don't know how I messed that one up, but anyways, so bringing that foot back and coming into your downward dog. So hopefully you're feeling this in your quads. Hopefully you're feeling that your legs are a little bit more open after that. So just pedaling it out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, from here, let's come all the way down to seated. Let's do a bridge pose, and then we're going to start cooling it down. So to go into bridge pose, coming onto our back, and then seeing if you can kind of touch the back of your heels here. So from here, hands are coming onto the mat and bringing those hips all the way up. So we're gonna hold it here for 5. Some cues, I want you to watch your knees. Make sure they're sort of headed straight. You don't want them out and you don't want them too in. You want them to be nice and engaged. You want to tuck that tailbone, protect that lower back. If you're feeling this in your lower back, then it probably means you're not tucking enough. And if you're still finding that, then maybe just let it go. And instead of holding it, just keep bringing it up and keep bringing it down. So if you're with me though, holding here, I want you to activate that core and just breathing here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That's 3. Inhale and exhale. That's 4. Inhale and exhale. That's 5. Slowly dropping the hips down. Hey, Jesse, Robert. And from here, what we're going to do is just sort of windshield wiper the knees here. So starting to release that lower back, starting to release a little bit in the hips. Just breathing here. I hope you guys are as sweaty as I am. I'm like really sweating over here. So from here, I'm going to bring in my knees. So breathing here, bringing in your knees. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's bring our arms out again to the side and let's go into a twist. So bringing the knees over to the left, just breathing here, trying to get that shoulder all the way down onto the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here, really getting into that twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, bringing those knees all the way back to center and then dropping them over to the right hand side. So again, trying to get that left shoulder onto the ground. And your gaze, it can either be towards your left or it can be up. Just find something that works for you. If you bring the gaze over to the left, it can feel like a bit of a deeper stretch. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That's 3. 2 more. Really getting settled here into your twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, coming back to center, bring those knees. Let's give them a hug one more time before we go into our final resting pose, Shavasana. And from here, letting the body go. Legs are coming to hip width. Option to go into diamond pose, or if you've got a wall near you and you want to put your legs up on the wall, that's also some options for you. Hands can be rested on the belly or on the side. So just find something that works for your body today. We'll do 2 breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Trying to really find yourself grounded onto the mat, onto the floor. Just breathing, feeling your body getting a little bit heavier. and letting you take some breaths at your own pace. And as you guys get settled in your Shavasana, I'll read today's or the weekly quote. This quote is by Yumi Sakugawa, I hope I said that right. The quote is, "Sometimes it's okay if the only thing you did today was breathe." I was reading an article a few days ago that actually was talking about how the world is grieving right now. I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been feeling a little bit lower, a little bit, not quite myself, and I couldn't really figure out what that feeling was. And when I read that, that really resonated with me. With everything going on right now, it's hard not to feel a sense of loss, whether you've lost a loved one, experienced business or financial loss, or just feeling general loss of connection with the world. I wanted to use today's quote to say, it's okay to not be okay. That's for you, PJ. It's okay if the only thing you actually do today is breathe. It's okay to be grieving or to feel sad, but let's do it together. Let's be there for each other. Let's lead with empathy and compassion. We're all going through a lot right now. And I'm so blessed to have this community to be together with. So taking a few moments, seeing if that quote resonated at all. If it didn't, just let it wash over you. That's okay. Taking these last few breaths for yourself. Just enjoying your Shavasana. And when you're ready, let's start waking up the body. Start wiggling those toes. Start wiggling those fingers. Maybe doing a nice long body stretch, stretching your arms and your legs in opposite directions. And then finally, turning over to whichever side feels like it needs a little love this morning. Using that hand to cradle your arm. Your arm to cradle your head. And just breathing here. And when you're ready, let's come up into a seated position. Just breathing here. Let's do 3 breaths together just to close out the practice. So breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath, inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today, for sharing your energy, and thank yourself for making the time to actually be here today. And namaste. Thank you all for everyone who came on. So I know Coach Kev, I'm so glad you ended up making it, and Old Dude's Wisdom, I'm so happy you're here as well. For everybody else that for everybody else, I'm really sorry that I messed up that stretch. So I hope that you guys actually did it on the right side, because I'm still kind of like not sure what happened on my body, but anyways, I hope you guys still got the right stretch and did the opposite side. And I hope that you guys felt that release in the shoulders and in the hips, and I hope you're feeling a lot more energized right now. So let me know, I'll stick around for a little bit longer. If you've got any questions or comments about how that stretch was, if you guys want to see more stuff like that, then definitely let me know. Hey Kevin, I'm so glad you're here too. This is so awesome. The crew's all here. It's so good. And Jashim, I'm so glad that you like Shavasana. That's one of my favorite poses too. I actually have a shirt that says "I'm just here for the Shavasana." And actually, we're actually thinking about doing a move with Dave session, so Dave can get some love, and that might be just a full thing of Shavasana. Oh, Lynn, I'm so glad you're here, and good. I'm so glad you did the alternate legs. I really don't know what I did, so I'm really glad you loved it. All right, so we'll stick around a little bit longer. The other thing I wanted to note is some of my fellow YouTubers, so Adrian and Nico are actually doing a session right after this. It starts in about 5 minutes. So if you want to get your ass kicked and you really want to get your energy up, then go to their session. So they do a lot of like beast challenges, and they are just so inspiring. So Dave just posted it in the comments, so you'll see the YouTube link. So if you're interested in joining that and you want to send them some love, then definitely click on that and please join their session. Those two are super awesome and super inspiring. And Coach Kev, thank you so much. That really means so much to me that you think that I'm a great teacher. And Jen, yeah, move with Dave I think would be pretty awesome. Yeah, Lynn. See, Dave, everyone wants to move with you. I don't know if you hear his giggles in the background. All right, cool. So I don't know if there's anything else or any other comments or anything like that. Let me know. So as always, I always try to sort of kind of hear what people are feeling, and then I try to base this class specifically on that. Oh, nice. You know what, Jen? It's all good if you needed a pillow for that one. Oh, that's good that it helped your downward dog. That's really good. You know what? Maybe next time I'll teach it with a pillow too. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this class I really try to kind of see what people are feeling. So if you ever have like a pose that you want to do, or just have a way that you're feeling, and you want me to make sure I include it, I will definitely include it. So definitely let me know. I hope you guys kicked off your Ujjayi breath, and I hope that helped. So if it did, let me know. And then the last thing I also wanted to mention was the September challenge. So I know it's like, I don't even know what the date is. Oh, it's the 19th. So there's like 11 more days left of September. So I know that's not much, but if you haven't started the challenge and you are looking to just sort of build some healthy habits, kind of get back into your routine, then definitely join me. I am posting some stuff normally daily on our Instagram, which is movewithjen.ca. So definitely check that out. I also actually just rolled out a blog post on the website that talks a little bit more in depth on the September challenge, why I decided to do it and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you like that, press that like button on this. It really helps with our YouTube algorithm. Obviously only if you liked it, but always happy to see some feedback and all that kind of stuff. So just let me know if you've got any. And yeah, I think that's basically it.
It's not showing PJs.
Oh, what does PJ say? PJ, apparently your comments aren't showing, so Dave is trying to let me know what you said.
So weird.
What does it say?
Thought that shoulder opener thing would be easy, and when I went to do it, I was like, oh shit. Why is this not going back? Move with Dave. I wonder who suggested that idea.
Yeah, PJ, I think that was you actually who suggested the move with Dave. And PJ, also, I know what you mean with that shoulder flossing one. So if you think it's going to be easy and you're like, I'm going to be able to do this. That's why I was saying you with the hand towel. For whatever reason, I was thinking, yeah, Dave's the best. But PJ was so like, that's why originally I was looking at this and I'm like, I don't think my shoulders are going to do this one. This is too close. But it's very deceiving. And so if that is how you feel, definitely try and include that more, because what it does is it really helps to open up, especially if you've got any like scar tissue going on in the shoulders or anything like that. It's good. And also, I forgot to thank Dave. So Dave does so much hard work in the back end to make all this go, and he's right now just behind the computer, and so hopefully you heard him yell out. Well, he didn't yell out; he like whispered PJ's comment. Yeah, PJ, see that dog leash that you were supposed to buy would have come in really handy there. All right, cool. All right, awesome. So yeah, so again with the shoulder stretches, I feel like especially because you're all sitting and all that kind of stuff so much, definitely try to include them more in your daily routines. And yeah, Dave's gonna take over this channel. I think we're gonna eventually change the name to Move with Dave. He is the main man on this operation, and but yeah. He is a mystery man. Dave, you should come out and say hi.
One day.
You should come out.
One day.
I dragged him out for the headstand one. I don't think he's going to let me drag him out again for a little while. Is he really real? Coach Kev, if you watch the headstand video, you'll see he actually helps. He shows like a modification that you can do with me. So you should check him out. He is real. He just hates being in front of the camera. Yeah, Move with Dave does have a ring with it, right? And yeah, Coach Kev, imagine if I just like made this imaginary guy Dave up. He was like the alter ego or something. All right, cool. Cool. I don't know if anyone else has any kind of questions. If anyone has any stretches they want to go over, I'm also happy to like walk through more stretches and stuff if you guys are feeling like you want to walk through anything. And otherwise, we'll probably yeah, totally, Kevin. You should see. Dave's the one actually teaching. I need to wear like my headphones or something so I can hear what he's saying. PJ. Uh-oh, Dave. I think they're trying to get you out on camera. Are you gonna write I'm real? Well, the real Dave, please stand up. Dave, you should come and say hi. Maybe we should pivot the camera around so that people can see you.
I'm a real boy.
Hopefully you guys all heard that. He's getting a little camera shy though. All right, cool. All right, so we'll probably end it here. Make sure you guys check out Adrian and Nico. Their live session is just starting up now, so definitely make sure you check them out. Their YouTube stuff was at the top. Yeah. Yeah, see, Dave, look what you're doing to them. Go on, Dave. No, he's like, I'm not coming. Don't stop it. Good. I'm so glad that convinced you, PJ. At least we got one. Guys, I'll work with Dave and I'll see if I can get him on the next live stream. Maybe I can get him to show his face. Then you'll know he's real. All right, cool. So honestly, guys, I hope everyone has the most amazing weekend. Again, make sure you guys check out Adrian and Nico if you guys still have some energy left in you. Have the most amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys, I guess, on next week's live stream. And show a hand. What about showing a hand, Dave? No. He's like, no, stop it. He's like, stop egging them on. Throw something? You could throw something. What about a pillow or something? Oh, here. Hopefully that was convincing. All right, cool. It's so true, right? Anyway, at least he threw the foam roller. I'll try and get his face on sometime soon. And thanks again, everyone, so much for coming. It's so much fun. I love having you guys all on here every week. It's actually amazing. So all of you guys, PJ, Coach Kev, Jesse, Robert, Kev, Jenn, it's awesome. So thanks again so much for joining us. It's, yeah. And Daniel, he is real. So we're going to end it here. Again, have the most amazing weekend. Bye, everyone.